It's been a great start to the year already. Just a few weeks ago, we were recognized by the Chamber of Commerce for the Small Business Innovative Business of the Year award. So that was a nice honor to have earned. And it wouldn't have been possible without the support of our board of directors and, of course, the support of the county commissioners and a great many folks in our business community. So thank the Chamber of Commerce for recognizing us there. I'd like to go through a small PowerPoint, and then I'd like to bring up Sarah Gleason from our office to talk about our new visitor's guide that we've launched for the first time in a great many years. And also I have a special guest, Dave McIver from King's Hammer Soccer. I'd like to say a few words and tell us about what's going on there. To start off, we were honored to speak at this past year's U.S. Rowing Conference. And the quote that came out from the U.S. rowing folks, the success of the 2016 Club Nationals Regatta was tremendous. The effort put forth by the Clermont County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the local volunteers, and all involved in running this event are what made the regatta enjoyable for the athletes and spectators alike. And here's the most important part. Clermont County has raised the bar for how U.S. rowing runs events, and we look forward to returning to Lake Harsha next year. And that's really important because the reason for that is because of our business community. Our volunteers are supporting us. It takes over 400 volunteers all throughout that week. So that's a very crucial event. And we're starting to establish ourselves in how we do that. The race is coming back this year. It begins on July 12th for 5 days. Over 1,800 athletes and all their coaches and families. And one of the most important things about this event is they have a college fair now on the last day. 100 colleges from across the country are coming in here to recruit these kids. So they're all staying in hotel rooms as well, buying gas, eating.
Staying at not B&B, but the Airbnb.
Airbnbs. A lot of Airbnbs are starting to become more and more popular in Clermont County. A lot of small business folks are renting out their extra houses and extra rental properties. So there's some extra things that we can't even track sometimes of where the folks are staying. A couple of other things we're excited to announce. On the left, with the partnership of the Convention and Visitors Bureau and the local Southern Ohio Trail Association, we've partnered with several groups and brought them together. We've completely revitalized 36 miles of the outer perimeter at East Fork for the equestrian trails. And so the goal was was to create opportunities to attract events and visitors. And so we met with local folks and we've created a fun event called the Twisted Witch Endurance Ride. And that's going to be held in October. We're already expecting upwards of 250 equestrian folks to come into town. And it's going to be an exciting event. And the goal we're trying to do is starting to build these events. Start off small and just keep continuing to grow. So excited about that. In the top right corner, we have submitted our bid for the world's largest geocaching event in 2018. We're a finalist. Now it's down to us and some location on the West Coast that we don't know. So that's a huge event because we can control where we put these caches. We can put those in New Richmond. We can put one in the back of Scene 75 in Miami Township, put that in downtown Milford. We can control where those people go and part of their experience, and that's important. And then on the bottom, we have won the bid for the 2018 Airstream Convention held at the fairgrounds. And that's an important event because that's going to give $8,000 of revenue straight to the fairgrounds. And the folks that are involved in this organization are citizens with seniority that have expendable income. So they're going to be here to spend money and they're going to do all kinds of activities within the county. And then, of course, they're going to pull that trailer with a nice gas-guzzling sport utility or truck. So lots of gas, lots of money to be spent. So we're excited about that.
Mark, I heard yesterday that Airstream is actually based in Ohio. I didn't know that until just recently.
Just found out that tidbit, so now we can go back and we're going to start digging in on that and try to capitalize on that, knowing that that's a regionally manufactured product. We're continuing to grow the events that use the natural resources here in Clermont County. We have the Beast of the East at East Fork. It's one of the tough mudders where you're crawling on the ground, jumping over obstacles, running on the beach. And that event started off very small a few years ago and has grown significantly. And so we're continuing to work on that growth. On the right side, we're working on some cyclocross events that are held at the Valley View Foundation and some at East Fork. And that bicycling sports a year-long events that we can host as well. So we're going to continue to use the natural assets that we have to our advantage. And lastly, we have all kinds of hotel data that's many, many pages, but I summarized this on one page for you. And the one thing that we can control and is at the CVB is what's called RevPAR. That's the revenue per available room, and that's what equalizes all hotels throughout the United States. You can measure every hotel, every market by that one figure. And you can tell here, Butler County had a growth rate of 3.6. We're at 4.7. Hamilton County, 3.8. Warren County, 0.1% growth. Cincinnati North, 2.9%. And I'll remind you, last year we led the whole region in growth at over 10%. So things are continuing to move forward. Northern Kentucky is the one anomaly. They've always been in the middle of the pack the last 8 or 10 years, or even below the pack. And of course, they led everything at 7.2%. And you've started researching why, and it's because of Noah's Ark. The one Ark exhibit that they had brought that many, it changed the market for them. So that's kind of re-energized our board, thinking that, you know, if we continue this product development, continue the soccer development, continue the baseball development, continue building that demand, you can see what happens, good things happen. And I will mention that we've started working with Noah's Ark. A lot of folks are saying, hey, that's in northern Kentucky, but we're already seeing a considerable amount of guests coming through. We're in the center of everything right here. If you want to go to Kings Island, a Reds game, Noah's Ark, it's all right here. And the Holiday Inn just this past week has landed a tremendous piece of business. The group's going to be coming in almost every single day of the week, bringing bus groups in. So good things are happening there, and the numbers don't lie. It's right there. We're still continuing to compete very well in our market. And with that, I'd like to bring up Sarah and talk about this brand new visitor's guide that we had.
Go ahead and pass them out. Like Mark mentioned, this is the first time we've had a visitor guide in quite some time. We, when starting the visitor guide, we wanted to ask the community what they wanted to see in it. So before I even started the design process, we went to every community. We went to township administrators. We went to all the chambers. What did they want to see in the visitor guide? What content should be in there? So a lot of the content in this guide is coming straight from the community. We wanted to put something in there that they wanted to see. You'll see in the guide there's maps. That was the #1 request from hotels. The visitor wants to see where they're at from a map standpoint. So every topic has a map on there. And then the boxes I also wanted to point out. So when highlighting specific topics or specific products, we base the majority of them based upon TripAdvisor. So we let the visitor and we let the consumer tell us what is the best one, and then we highlighted them there. The content in each block is coming from the location. So for Jungle Gyms or Scene 75 on just those first pages, I called them. What did they want to see? What did they want to talk about? They know Scene 75 better than I do, so we let them put the content in there. So that's coming directly from them. So if you have any questions, if you'd like more copies, I certainly have them. We've had a really good response from the community. We have to get more printed already. So if you want any more, just let me know and I'll get them to you.
Sarah, is any of this online?
Yeah, it's in a digital format. You can find it online. It's mobile friendly as well. You can download it through our website.